one-dimensional heat equation. So empirical laws of one-dimensional heat equation. So we know that heat will flow from higher temperature to the lower temperature. For example, if we take a bar and we'll start heating up one end of the bar here. So after some time we feel that the bar will heat at another side also here. So that is the heat flow from higher to lower temperature here. So the amount of heat in a body is proportional to its mass and temperature. The rate of flow of heat across the cross-sectional area is proportional to the area and the temperature gradient normal to the area, where the constant of proportional K is called thermal conductivity. So here thermal conductivity means the heat will flow from this cross-sectional area. So you have divided or partitioned the bar by using the cross-sectional. So if heat will flow this cross-sectional area, then it is called thermal conductivity, or we can say that the rate of flow of heat from the cross-sectional area. So consider homogeneous bar of uniform cross section. So these PQRS and P dash, Q dash, R dash and S dash. So these are called cross sectional area. And rho denotes density, S denotes specific heat, and K denotes the thermal conductivity of the material. And the sides of the bar is insulated by streamlines. Streamlines of heat flow are parallel and perpendicular to the area A. So when heat will flow from cross-sectional area, it is parallel to the bar and it is perpendicular to this cross-sectional area. And here streamlines, the heat will flow very quickly or very fast here, that is called stream lines here. So let one end of the bar is taken as origin O. So here we will consider this O as origin of the bar here, and direction of the heat flow be the positive x-axis. So this one is positive x-axis and this one is negative x-axis here. And here heat will flowing from origin to positive x-axis here. Let U is equal to U of xt be the temperature at a distance x. So here origin to first cross section, so distance between O to B is x, and second cross section from first cross section to second cross section, that is P to P dash, distance is x plus delta x here. And delta U be the change in temperature in a slab of thickness delta x of the bar here. The mass of the element is taken as A rho into delta x, and the quantity of heat in this slab is A rho S delta x into delta U. Therefore, the rate of increase of heat in this bar is R is equal to A rho S into delta x dou U by dou T. Say this one as equation number 1. Here capital R1 and R2 denotes that the rate of flow of heat in and outside the bar here. So inside of the bar and outside of the bar, that is R1 and R2. So R1 is taken as minus K into dou U by dou X with X, and R2 is equal to minus K dou U by dou X, X plus delta X here. Say equation number 2. And here negative sign denotes that we know that heat will flow from lower temperature to higher temperature, therefore it is denoted as negative sign here. So from equation number 192, we will expressing this R1 and R2, that is inflow and outflow of the heat, as R is equal to R1 minus R2. So you know that R is A rho S delta X dou U by dou T is equal to R1. So R1 is minus K dou U by dou X into X, and R2 is minus K, so here R1 is minus K dou U by dou X with the X minus of minus R2. So minus of minus R2 is plus. So plus K dou U by dou X plus delta X here. So R2 is taken as first term and R1 is taken as the second term here. And here common term is A in left hand side and right hand side. So after dividing A on both sides, so A and A will cancel out. Then we will dividing on both sides by rho S and delta X here. So left hand side is dou U by dou T and right hand side, so here K is common. So after dividing rho S into delta X, so right hand side is K divided by rho S whole divided by delta X here. Then we are taking the limit on both sides as delta X tends to 0. So K by rho S dou by dou X of dou U by dou X, that means K by rho S dou by dou X of dou U by dou X become dou square U by dou X square here. And we will denoting K by rho S as C square, so it is called diffusivity of the substance. So we'll using this term in equation number 3. So equation 3 become dou U by dou T and K divided by rho S is C square, and derivative of dou U by dou X with respect to X, that is denoted as dou square U by dou X square. So this one is called one dimensional heat equation. So same equation can be also denoted as ut is equal to c square ux x. So which is the required proof of one dimensional heat equation. Now next proof is solution of one dimensional wave equation, that is dou square u by dou t square is equal to c square dou square u by dou x square by the method of separation of variable. When the word comes method of separation of variable, then we using the standard equation of wave equation and we will substituting u is equal to capital X and capital T, then finding the roots and also transforming the partial differential equation into ordinary differential equation. So now we will proving the one dimensional wave equation by method of separation of variable. So consider dou square u by dou t square equal to c square dou square u by dou x square. So that is the standard equation of wave equation, which is already we proved in the previous class here. So in this equation we will substituting small u is equal to capital X and t, where capital X denotes x equal to x of x and capital T denotes t of small t. So these are the solution of partial differential equation. So now we will using small u equal to xt, or we will substituting u equal to xt in wave equation. So dou square by dou t square u value as xt equal to c square dou square by dou x square u is equal to capital xt. So now we will converting the partial differential equation into ordinary differential equation and we will expressing capital xt as capital X into d square t by dt square. So with respect to t means you will write xt as x into d square t by dt square. So similarly right hand side, so with respect to x means you will write capital xt as t into d square x by dx square into c square here. So with respect to t, multiply by x, with respect to x, then multiply by t. So then we'll dividing on both sides by c square capital X and t, and also using the common constant as k. So now divide on both sides by c square xt. So left hand side, if you divide x divided by c square xt, so x and x cancelled out, and remaining term is 1 divided by c square t into d square t by dt square is equal to common constant k. And right hand side is, after dividing c square xt, so c square t and c square t cancelled out, 1 divided by x here. So 1 by x d square x by dx square is equal to k. Then multiply again on both sides by capital X, so it become k into capital X, and shift this kx into left hand side here, so which become d square x by dx square minus kx is equal to 0, or we'll expressing this differential equation in symbolic form. So d square minus k into x equal to 0. So here capital D square denotes small d square by dx square, and here capital X is common, so take x outside, so remaining terms are d square minus k is equal to 0. So similarly here also multiply on both sides by c square t, so equation takes as k into c square t, and shift this k into c square t left hand side, and here also express the differential equation in symbolic form, that is d square minus c square k. So in both the side capital T is common. So in first bracket capital D denotes d square by dx square, in second bracket capital D square denotes d square by dt square. So here we denoted both these d square. So these two terms will denoted as equation number 1. So now we using the three cases one by one, and first one will substituting k equal to 0, k equal to plus p square, k equal to minus p square here. So let us start case number 1. So here in equation number 1 we substituting k equal to 0. So equation 1 become d square minus 0 into x, or d square x equal to 0, or its auxiliary equation is m square. So d is replaced by m, and after dividing on both sides by x, x will be cancelled out. So m square equal to 0. So m square means it has two roots 0 and 0. So m equal to 0 and 0. Similarly in second case, its auxiliary equation is m square t, and m square means again 0 and 0, and after dividing t on both sides, so t will be cancelled out. So there are two roots 0 and 0, so both the roots are same here. So according to model number 2, we know that when the two roots are same, its complementary function or general solution is capital X is equal to, because our first term is with respect to x, so you write here capital X equal to, so two roots is denoted as c1 plus c2x e to the power 0x, and we know that e to the power anything is 1. So capital X equal to c1 plus c2x here. Then solution of second term is, so here also m equal to 0 and 0, so its general solution is capital T, because it is with respect to t. So T equal to C3 plus C4 T. So with respect to capital T means use here T, and with respect to x means use the term as x here. So already we will use the constant as C1 C2, therefore in second term we using constant as C3 and C4. So which use the first solution of equation number 1. Now we using the case number 2. So before this one we substituting capital X sin T in u is equal to xt equation. So u equal to xt equation become, so x is c1 plus c2x, capital T is c3 plus c4t. Now case number 2. So in case number 2 we'll using k equal to plus p square. So substituting k equal to plus p square in again equation number 1. So d square minus p square into x equal to 0, d square minus c square p square into t equal to 0. Or divide on both sides by x, x will cancelled out, and similarly here t is cancelled out. So its auxiliary equation is d is replaced by m square minus p square equal to 0, or m is equal to plus p square, or m is equal to plus or minus p. So there are two different roots, plus sign, plus p and minus p. So therefore its general solution is with respect to x. So x equal to c1 e to the power px plus c2 e to the power minus px, and second term auxiliary equation of d square minus c square p square is d is replaced by m square minus c square p square equal to 0, or m square equal to plus c square p square, or m is equal to plus or minus pc. So its general solution or complementary function is c3 e to the power plus cpt and c4 into e to the power minus cp and small t. So we'll get it capital X sin t, and again we substituting x sin t in u equal to xt equation. So u equal to xt equation is c1 e to the power px plus c2 e to the power minus px, c3 e to the power cpt, c4 e to the power minus cpt. That is the case number 2. So now in case number 3 we substituting k equal to minus p square. So use k equal to minus p square again in equation number 1. So d square plus p square x equal to 0, or d square plus c square p square. So because of minus p square, so minus sign changes as plus here. So after dividing x and t on both sides, so remaining terms are d square p square, or its auxiliary equation is m square plus p square, or m square is equal to minus p square, or m is equal to plus or minus ip. So plus or minus ip means roots are complex. So here also the roots are m is equal to plus or minus pc into I here, and we know that the general solution for complex roots is capital X equal to c1 px plus c2 sin px, and second one is c3 cos cpt plus c4 sin cpt. So a real part is absent in both the cases. So once again substitute capital X sin t in u equation. So you'll get it the third solution of wave equation. So this is the one-dimensional wave equation by variable separable method here. So similarly we will proving the one-dimensional heat equation by variable separable method here. So that proof is also similar like this one. So now we will prove in the second one. So solution of one dimensional heat equation, that is dou u by dou t equal to c square dou square u by dou x square by the method of separation of variable. So here also we are substituting u equal to capital Xt and converting this partial differential equation into ordinary differential equation. So with respect to t means you will write capital Xt as x into dt by dt, and with respect to x means you will write c square t into d square x by dx square. So here we will converted pd into ode. So now divide on both sides by c square t into x here. So left hand side x will cancel out c square t dt by dt, and right hand side c square t will cancel out 1 by x d square x by dx square. So now we will taking common constant k on both sides. So left hand side is equal to k, right hand side is equal to k. So now multiply on both sides by c square t into k and shift this term in left hand side here. Then write dt by dt in symbolic form, that become d minus c square k. So t is common, and here d denotes d by dt. Similarly second term, multiply both sides by x and equation takes in this format, d square x by dx square minus kx equal to 0. So its symbolic form is d square minus k into x equal to 0. So here d denotes d by dx. So these both the terms is denoted as equation number 1. So here also in equation number 1 we substituting k equal to 0, k equal to plus p square and k equal to minus p square. So let us start case number 1 by substituting k is equal to 0. So if k equal to 0, then equation is d into t equal to 0, or divide t on both sides and write the auxiliary equation. So d equal to 0 or d is replaced by m. So m is equal to 0. So m equal to only 1 0. Similarly second term, k equal to 0 means d square x equal to 0 or m square equal to 0. So m square means 2 roots, m means single roots. So the general solution of first term, so with respect to capital T means t is equal to c1 e to the power 0t. So e to the power 0 is 1. So capital T is equal to c1. And second term, there are 2 roots and both the roots are same. So its complex, its general solution or complementary function is c2 plus c3 x here, because with respect to x. So e to the power 0 x or c2 plus c3 x here. So now use this capital T and x solution in u is equal to xt equation. So which is the first solution, u equal to xt. Now the same equation can be also denoted as c1 c2, that is denoted as capital A or capital A, and c1 c3 become b. So u equal to xt as a plus bx. Actually it is ax plus b. So we will write or consider this one as a plus bx. So a is c1 c2, b is c1 c3. Now case number 2, k equal to plus p square. So use k equal to plus p square in equation number 1. So equation 1 become d minus c square p square equal to 0 or m minus c square p square. So d is replaced by m and after dividing t on both sides, t will cancel out. So m is equal to c square p square. So its solution is capital T equal to c1 e to the power c square p square t. Second term, d square minus p square x equal to 0, or m square minus p square equal to 0, or m is equal to plus or minus p. So both the roots are different. So its general solution is c2 e to the power px plus c3 e to the power minus px. So then substitute t and x in u equal to xt equation. Or if you multiply this whole bracket by c1, it becomes c1 c2, that is denoted as a, and c1 c3, that is denoted as b. So which gives the second solution. Case number 3, when k equal to minus p square. So again use k equal to minus p square in equation number 1. So its auxiliary equation become m plus c square p square equal to 0, or m is equal to minus c square p square. And second term is m square plus p square equal to 0, or m is equal to plus or minus pi. So general solution of first term is c1 e to the power minus c square p square t, and complex roots for second term is c2 cos px plus c3 sin px. Then use x sin t in u equal to xt equation. So which gives the third solution. So this is the procedure for finding the one-dimensional heat equation by variable separable method. So all the four proofs are important.